Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Mehwish and today as a part of the Nihan AI teacher training program, I'm back again with another task that is taught with ChatGPT on the topic how to deal with criticism and use it for self-improvement. Criticism is a natural part of the life. Whether we are students, teachers, professionals or leaders, we all receive feedback about our choices, behavior and performance. Although criticism can sometimes feel uncomfortable or discouraging, it can also become a powerful tool for self improvement. Instead of taking every criticism personally, we can learn to listen carefully, identify useful advice, and use it to correct our weakness. A mature person understands that constructive criticism is not meant to bring us down. It can help us grow, improve our skills, and become more confident. The key is to respond with an open mind and turn feedback into positive actions. So let's begin our conversation with ChatGPT. Hello ChatGPT, how are you?
Hi,
Hi,
Melish.
Melish.
I'm
I'm
good.
good.
Thank you
Thank
for
you for
asking.
asking.
How's
How's
your
your
day
day
going
going
so
so
far?
far?
It's great. What is criticism and why it is normal part of life?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
there's
nothing
nothing
unusual about
unusual
ups
about
and
ups and
downs.
downs.
What
What
do
do
you
you
feel
feel
is
is
the
the
hardest
hardest
part
part
for
for
you
you
right
right
now?
now? Is it
Is it
something
something
like
like
stress?
What is the difference between constructive and the destructive criticism?
Aggression.
aggression?
Constructive
Constructive
grow.
you grow.
It
It
points out
points
something specific and usually offers a way forward.
forward.
Destructive
Destructive
criticism, on the other
criticism,
hand,
on the other
builds
hand,
and the other one breaks.
and the other one breaks.
Why do people often feel hurt or defensive when they receive criticism?
Because
Because
it
it
can
can
feel
feel
personal, even when it's
personal,
about
even
our
when it's about
actions,
our
not us.
actions,
Our brains
not
can
us.
interpret that
Our
feedback
brains
as
can
a threat,
interpret that
so
feedback as a
defensiveness
threat,
kicks in
so defensiveness kicks in
automatically. Also,
automatically. Also, past
past
experiences
experiences
matter.
matter.
If
If someone's
someone's
been
been
put
put
down
down
before,
before,
they
they
may
may
brace
brace
for it
for it
again.
again.
What do you
What do
think
you think
helps you
helps
take
you take
feedback?
Accept criticism with an time.
Haha,
Haha.
good question.
Good question.
Start by
Start by
pausing before
pausing before
reacting.
reacting.
Even a
Even
deep
a
breath
deep breath
helps.
helps.
Then
Then
ask
ask
yourself, what
yourself,
part of this
what
might be
part of this
useful?
might be
Focus
useful?
on the
Focus on the
message, not the
message,
tone.
not the
And if it's
tone. And if
unclear,
it's
ask
unclear,
for examples
ask for
instead of
examples
assuming.
instead of
That
assuming.
keeps your brain
That
in
keeps your
learning
brain
mode
in learning
instead of
mode
defense
instead
mode.
of defense mode.
How can criticism help us identify our weakness?
Aggression.
Aggression.
Criticism
Criticism
can
can
shine a
shine a
light
light
on
on
blind
blind
spots
spots
we don't
we
see ourselves.
don't
When
see
we listen
ourselves.
for the base
When we
truth,
listen for the
not the
base
emotional
truth,
thing,
not the
we can
emotional
spot patterns
thing,
like
we can spot patterns like
repeating mistakes
repeating mistakes
or
or
areas
areas
we
we
like
like
practicing a
practicing a
skill,
skill,
asking
asking
for
for
clearer
clearer
expectations,
expectations,
or
or adjusting
adjusting
how
how
we
we
communicate.
communicate.
It's
It's
not
not
about
about
becoming
becoming
perfect,
perfect,
just a
just a
little
little
better
better
each
each
time.
time.
Why is it important not to take criticism personally?
Right.
Right,
Because it's
because it's
usually
usually
about
about
behavior
behavior
or
or
results,
results, not
not
your
your
worth.
worth.
When
When
you take it as information,
you take it as
not a
information,
personal verdict, you stay calmer,
not a
think more,
personal verdict, you stay
said.
calmer.
How does that
How
idea
does
sit
that
with
idea
you?
sit with you?
How can we decide whether criticism is useful or unfair?
Check the
Check the
specific.
specific.
Ask,
Ask,
is it
is
about
it
behavior
about
or
or
feedback is
feedback is
specific?
specific?
Something
Something
you
you
can
can
act
act
on.
on.
Unfair
Unfair
criticism
criticism
attacks
attacks
you
you
instead.
instead.
If it's
If it's
unclear,
unclear,
ask
ask
calmly for
calmly for
examples.
examples.
If
If
examples don't
examples
come,
don't come,
it may
it
just be
may just be
venting,
venting,
not
not
feedback. In
feedback.
that
In
case,
that case,
boundaries matter
boundaries
more
matter
than
more
fixes.
than fixes.
How can we turn negative feedback into motivation for improvement?
First,
First,
translate the sting
translate the
into
sting into a
attack.
task.
All step, not a life overhaul. If it's
Like,
about
all step, not a
communication,
life overhaul.
practice a
If
clearer
it's about
sentence. If it's
communication,
a
practice
skill,
a clearer sentence. If
pick
it's a
a
skill,
10-minute exercise.
pick a 10-minute exercise.
Track tiny wins.
Track
Wins build
tiny wins.
momentum,
Wins
and
build
that's the
momentum,
motivation part.
and that's the
So,
motivation part. So,
feedback becomes
feedback
fuel,
becomes
not a
fuel,
weight.
not a weight.
It means that criticism does not always have to be something negative or discouraging. When we learn to accept
Exactly.
constructive criticism
Exactly.
with patience and an open mind, it can become a valuable source of growth and self improvement. Instead of reacting emotionally or taking every comment
Exactly.
personally, we should carefully consider what we can learn from it. ChatGPT, can you tell me what role does a positive attitude play in handling criticism?
A positive
A
attitude
positive
keeps you
attitude
curious
keeps
instead
you
of defensive.
curious instead of defensive.
It lets
It
you
lets you
pause,
pause,
breathe,
breathe,
and look for
and
the
look
nugget
for the
instead
nugget
of the
instead of
insult.
the insult.
That
That
mindset makes it
mindset makes it
easier to
easier
ask
to ask
questions,
questions,
try
try
adjustments,
adjustments,
and admit
and
you're
admit
human.
you're human.
Doesn't mean
Doesn't
liking
mean liking
criticism,
criticism,
just
just
using
using
it
it
wisely
wisely
without
without
letting it
letting it
define you.
define you.
It means we should remember that every criticism is correct or useful. So wisdom is needed to distinguish feedback from unnecessary negativity. Ultimately, a person who learns from criticism becomes
Yes.
stronger,
Yes.
wiser, and more confident. So, can criticism help
Mhm.
build confidence
Mhm.
and resilience? How?
Yes, when handled
Yes,
well.
when
Each
handled well.
time you hear
Each
tough
time you
feedback and
hear tough
respond
feedback and
calmly,
respond
you
calmly,
prove to
you
yourself you
prove
can
to yourself
handle
you can
discomfort.
handle discomfort.
That builds
That
quiet
builds
confidence.
quiet
Over
confidence.
time,
Over
you
time, you
get
get
better
better
at
at
separating
separating
signal
signal
from
from
noise,
noise,
acting on what's
acting on what's
useful,
useful,
letting the
letting the
rest
rest
slide
slide
off.
off.
Resilience is
Resilience is
basically
basically
strength
strength
plus
plus
flexibility.
flexibility.
What helps
What
you bounce
helps
back
you bounce
most?
back most?
Is it
Is it
talking it through
talking
or
it
taking
through
time
or
to sort
taking
it
time to
out
sort it
alone?
out alone?
It means that dealing with criticism is an important part of personal and professional growth. No one is perfect and everyone makes mistakes or he has areas that can be improved. Criticism gives us an opportunity to recognize those areas and work on them. Instead of becoming angry, disappointed, or defensive,
Mm.
we should pause, listen, and think carefully about what other person is trying to communicate. So, ChatGPT, can you tell me what are the best ways to use criticism as a tool for long-term self-improvement?
Checking on
Checking
that,
on that,
the best
the
approach
best
is to
approach
treat
is to
criticism
treat
as
criticism as
information,
information,
not a
not a
verdict.
verdict.
Stay
Stay
calm,
calm,
spot the
spot the
useful
useful
point,
point,
ask for
ask for
examples if
examples if
needed,
needed,
and
and
turn it
turn it
into an
into an
action
action
plan
plan
with
with
small,
small,
doable
doable
steps.
steps.
Keep
Keep
what
what
helps,
helps,
drop
drop
what
what
doesn't,
doesn't, and
and
check
check
progress
progress
over
over
time.
time.
Over
Over
the
the
long
long
run,
run, that
that mindset
mindset builds
builds
skill,
skill,
confidence,
confidence,
and
and resilience.
resilience. So,
So
criticism
criticism
becomes a
becomes a
guide
guide
rather than
rather than
something to
something to
fear.
fear.
In conclusion, criticism is an unavoidable part of life, but our response is to determine whether it becomes a problem or an opportunity. We should not be afraid of
Mhm.
criticism or allow negative comments to damage our confidence. And thank you, ChatGPT, for
Mm.
your valuable answers. Thank you so much for helping me. Thank you, ChatGPT, for your valuable answers. It helped me a lot.
I'm
I'm
happy to hear
happy to
that.
hear that.
Anytime you want to
Anytime you want to keep
keep
working
working on
on
handling
handling
criticism
criticism
or
or
anything else,
anything else,
I'm here.
I'm here.
Ultimately, criticism is not meant to stop any. It can guide us toward becoming stronger, wiser, and better. When we turn feedback into action, criticism becomes a powerful tool for self improvement and long term success. And criticism helps us to discover weakness, develop new skills, and become more mature and responsible. At the same time, we should learn to ignore unfair or hurtful criticism that has no purpose except to discourage us. Thank you everyone for listening me. Have a nice day, office.